I was fucking furious when I heard that there were so many Latinos that voted for fucking Trump. I am a Latina myself, and the fact that there were other brown people out there that voted for the whitest motherfucker in town, knowing that he's a racist piece of shit, blew my fucking mind. I also heard that there's a huge population of Cubans out in Florida that voted for Donald Trump. You see, the thing is, they thought that their brown asses were fucking white, when in reality, those dumbass bitches are still brown, and now he is shipping them all off and out of here back to Cuba or to El Salvador, who fucking knows where. Not my problem, you dumbass motherfuckers. But here's the thing. He's also now not allowing any oil into Cuba. He's warning other nations that if they send any oil to Cuba, he is going to tariff the fucking life out of them. So Cuba is now down to 10 days worth of oil. They have limited cars on the street. They don't even have fuel for return flights out of there. They are on the road to fucking rolling blackouts. And now what, dumb motherfuckers?
Trump just ordered the deportation of 500,000 Cuban, Venezuelan, and Haitian immigrants that came here the right way. And my question for my fellow Cubans is, are y'all still feeling special? My entire childhood was spent being fed the narrative that our family came here the right way, and that everybody else that's complaining about being deported, well, they just need to go back to where they came from, start the process over legally. I don't want to ever hear another Cuban American say some shit like that ever again. I'm gonna laugh in your face. Maybe you all will finally realize that no matter how much you try to blend into white Western European culture, no matter how much you try to pretend that you don't eat ham croquettes for breakfast and that you've never had ajiaco for dinner in your entire life, the problem is that Donald Trump is never going to see you as human. It's always been about racism. Here's the part that we like to talk about in our homes when no one else is listening, but I'm going to go ahead and say the quiet part out loud. You all think that you are better than every other type of Latino American. Conservative Cuban Americans, MAGA Cuban Americans, think that you are better than every other flavor of Latino American. And now we have proof. You are no different. We are no better than anybody else. No matter how many times you place your vote for Donald Trump and the Republican Party, they are still going to see you as subhuman. And even if you hang your hat on the fact that you came here the right way, at the end of the day, it's not going to matter to him, because if he wants you gone, he's going to find a way to disappear you.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Power Lens. In today's video, we are going to be looking at these Cubans who voted for Trump and they feel like, oh, they are the best, oh, there's no one that can be compared to them. You know, they actually voted for Trump because they felt like they wanted the blacks to be deported, right? They wanted the blacks to be deported, and to them they feel like that will never be their case. That will never be their case. So they actually went all out for Trump. They went on the street, Cuban for Trump. They voted for him. You know, the worst thing that can happen is actually voting for someone who doesn't deserve it. Okay? Like when you sit back and you feel like, oh, I voted for someone who doesn't even deserve my vote. That is exactly what happened to the Cubans. Now they are being touched. Yes, they are being touched. So Trump doesn't even care if you voted for him or not. If you fall within the range of things he said he doesn't want, my God, he is deporting you. Yes, he is deporting you. So a lot is going on right now. We are going to be watching. You just watched that first set of clip. Let us watch this one, and then we'll come back for commentary.
There's a fantastic video of Cubans celebrating Donald Trump. Oh, yeah. Have you seen it? They have the MAGA hats, and they're playing the congas. It's like...
I will vote for Donald Trump.
Fucking... Donald Trump es mi favorito. Donald Trump, Donald Trump es mi favorito. Donald Trump, ¡huepa, huepa, hey! Donald Trump es mi favorito. Mi favorito presidente número uno. ¡Huepa, tan, 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 tan. I'm telling you, it's fantastic. A couple days ago, they're like, what's wrong with that? Leave me alone! I can't believe this shit!
It's been happening frequently at the 333 Miami Avenue Federal Court building. Janet Correa's husband was detained this week According to her immigration lawyer, he has already been placed on expedite removal.
But I love you, Donald Trump. He's like, buenos dias. Muy malo. A cucaracha, cucaracha. I'm so sorry, so sorry. Muy malo. Adios, amigos. Buenos tardes. Goodbye. Anything with an O is Spanish. We're taking it away. Potato, tomato, I don't give a shit. It's all Spanish. How can you do this to us, Donald Trump? We have a party. Please. I laughed for 20 minutes.
Hi. We've now entered the FAFO phase for Cubans. Yes, you heard me correctly. To an alarming surprise, Cubans in Florida are being deported at record numbers. Yes, Cubans, Republicans who voted for Trump, they came here under Biden, under amnesty. They did it the legal way. They're getting deported. I highly encourage you to check out an article in the New York Times. If you're brown, he's coming for you. It doesn't matter if you're here under amnesty, if you did it the right way. They don't care. So we've now entered this FAFO stage for Cubans. So they're doing it in record numbers in Florida. That's because a lot of them, that's where they live. So if you didn't know, Marco Rubio is Cuban. Yeah, he came here from Cuba. And so they're deporting them right now in record numbers. Remember when he deported Venezuelans and then he attacked Venezuela and captured their president and kidnapped him? And then, said that he cared about Venezuelans? Yeah, he doesn't care about you. So FAFO, Cubans for Trump, especially in Florida. Hi.
Thousands of Cubans are facing deportation because the Supreme Court ruled to basically take away the humanitarian parole that was allowing Cubans to come to the United States due to the crisis over in Cuba. And I'm not shocked because Trump said he's doing exactly what he said he was going to do in his campaign. And I don't feel bad because a lot of Cubans were in support of Trump. I live in Miami, so I know about Cubans for Trump, right? Even the ones who couldn't vote, they were out campaigning for Donald Trump. And if you know anything about Miami Cubans, they are racist. They are racist, not even just to like black people or whatever. They are racist to other Hispanics that don't look like them. Like if you have a little bit of a tan, they are racist towards you. They are colorist, and I don't care if people say, well, I'm not that type of Cuban. Okay, well, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about the ones that act just like this. And I feel like Cubans shot themselves in the foot, not only just because they were campaigning for Trump, but you're claiming, to come over to the United States because of the crisis in Cuba and it's not safe there, the communism, but you all are flying to Cuba multiple times a year to visit family, to spend Christmases there, to spend summers there, to stay for a month, but you're claiming that it's not safe to be there and that's why you needed to come to the United States. But there's hella Cubans that are going back to Cuba multiple times a year, right? And documenting it. And that's just not the case for other, immigrants who are going to be affected by, TPS being overturned. Like if you think about Haiti, you can't even fly into Haiti from, like US Airlines cannot fly to Haiti, right? You can get on American Airlines and fly to Cuba, but you can't get on any US airline and fly to Haiti because of the crisis there, right? I do not feel bad for Cubans because they got what they asked for, but I do feel bad for other immigrants who are, facing deportation to a country where they really are not safe there and they have nothing there, right? I feel bad for the people who are innocent and they are affected by the many idiots that, reside in this country and have the right to vote.
She's the sweetest person and she prayed for you.
Wayne DeMario owns a guitar store in the Miami area, and to no one's surprise, he voted for Donald Trump and now regrets his vote because his life partner has been stuck in an ICE facility in Louisiana. Oh, and it gets better. She was also a Trump supporter. Wayne's partner is originally from Cuba, and to no one's surprise, in his interview with reporter Christian de la Rosa, he says flat out what most Cubans already think. A Cuban is not going to get deported.
Cuban's not going to get deported.
Well, I guess we're about to find out soon enough. Like with all of these cases, Wayne goes on to say in the interview, I didn't vote for this.
I didn't vote for this, but I definitely voted Republican.
Wayne, that's exactly what you voted for. You just didn't think you would be affected. And she may be the sweetest person to you, but according to that same interview, she's had a history in the past of petty theft. So make of that what you will, but I am not sympathizing with you, nor should anyone else, because that is exactly what he voted for.
Yes, Cubans are getting deported, but they are not getting deported back to Cuba. And these are not the Cubans who have entered the United States in the last few years. These are Cubans who have been in the U.S. since the 1960s, 70s, 80s, and at one point they were even lawful permanent residents, but because of their criminal history, they lost their immigration status and were ordered deported. But because of the political situation between the United States and Cuba, they were actually never deported to Cuba, and instead they were placed on what's called order of supervision, where they typically go once a year for a quote-unquote check-in, and they meet with an ICE officer, and the ICE officer makes sure that they don't have any other crimes going on and they're abiding by the terms of their check-in, and they're able to apply for a work authorization. Since Cubans were not accepted by Cuba to be deported, they have remained in the United States for decades under the order of supervision. But now, since the Trump administration is pushing hard this third country removals, Cubans are now being deported to various locations, including Mexico. We are seeing Cubans go to their ICE OSUP check-in appointment and be detained, and they're spending a few weeks in Chrome and then being transferred over to Texas, and then from Texas they're being placed on a bus and then deported to the southern part of Mexico. Shame, because I think if ICE had told them what the plan was, these people could at least prepare for it, but sadly they have absolutely no idea that this is even coming to them, and now they've been in the U.S. for 50, 60 years with relatives and businesses and families and ties to the U.S., and just being dropped off in another country with no ID, no money, and no resources.
This is a Cuban Trump supporter from where else but Florida with a tattoo of Trump's face on his chest, who is now afraid he might get deported because of the recent surge in ICE activity. Watch.
He describes himself as a fan of President Trump. So much so, he showed us how his admiration for the president is skin deep. But his love for the commander-in-chief has turned a bit sour as ICE raids intensify across the country. He, like so many other Cubans, are still in jeopardy of being deported. Estimates are at least 400,000 Cubans who, like Eloski, entered the U.S. through the southern border and were released with what's called an I-220A instead of parole.
I wish we knew the answer to that. It's a problem because the government does not accept that as a legal entry.
So Cubans with I-220As cannot apply to the Cuban Adjustment Act?
That's the government's position.
En un limbo. In the meantime, Cubans like Eloski find themselves in a dangerous legal limbo. He came to the U.S. in 2019 and thought by now Trump would have helped Cubans like him legalize their status.
Why did you think you would be the exception? And what makes it worse is the man you support is the reason the United States won't recognize your release order as valid legal entry, which means you can't adjust status, which means you can't apply under the Cuban Adjustment Act. And you say you still support him. But you know what? I'm done explaining. Just cue the music.
Oh my God, I will vote for Donald Trump.
So this Cuban man from where else but Florida just got deported, and not back to Cuba, but to a country in Africa. And by now I'm sure you can guess who he supported. Watch.
The man who immigrated to the U.S. from Cuba when he was 9 is on a hunger strike while in Africa, hoping to get the attention of the man he once supported.
He was very pro-Trump, super Trump supporter. How we go from one moment of me hugging my dad and being with him all the time and just being his little girl, and then to he's just on a different country, and just in prison. For what? If he did his time years ago, why is he in prison?
The 58-year-old is one of at least 5 men sent to a maximum security prison in the Kingdom of Eswatini over the summer, a small country in Africa criticized for alleged human rights abuses.
I don't even know what to say to people like him anymore, because you're a super Trump supporter who thought he was going to get a pass with this rap sheet, and now you're on a hunger strike. Hermano, he sent you to Eswatini. He does not give a shit about you. And to all the Latino men out there who are still supporting Trump, I'm going to leave you with these final words from this famous Cuban.
Pero no sé dónde empezar. ¿Qué te pasa? ¿Se te perdió el sentido? ¿Qué tú tienes en la cabeza? No tienes nada metido en la cabeza. Está la cabeza hueca. No tienes nada ahí completamente. Un día de esto lo que te voy a coger como si fuera un pollito. Y te voy a coger el percueso así, te lo voy a poner aquí y lo voy a hacer.
Wow, thank you so much for watching till the end. Let me get your opinion at the comment section. What do you think about this? Are you in any way sympathizing with the Cubans or not? Let me get your thought at the comment section. And if you are coming in for the very first time, this is the Power Lens. Here we talk about the black community, how they are being treated, and a lot more that is happening. Okay, so do it to subscribe so that you keep getting more videos each time we upload. Thank you so much, and do have a nice day. Bye.